Let's proceed to the next presentation. For the next speaker, may I introduce our colleague from MSUIT. She is an associate professor at the Mindanao State University Iligan Institute of Technology, where she teaches material science and engineering and ceramic engineering undergraduate students. She is a member of the technical panel for engineering and technology ceramic engineering program of CHED Philippines. She is also one of the researchers of the 3R program, which is already mentioned by Dr. Piso. And her researches include nanomineral purification for nanocomposites, ceramic armor, and ceramic coating via electrophoretic deposition via DIS. Without further ado, please welcome Dr. Evelyn C. Bernardo-Arugay. So I'm going to share her presentation as she's here already.
Thank you for your generous introduction, Dr. Mantilla.
Okay, let me check first. Is it okay? Can you see it?
Good morning, PAASE.
None yet,
None yet,
Dr.
Michael.
Okay. Let me check what happened.
Good morning, PAASE, Philippines, and to our audience of this webinar. I am going to present few of the promising results in developing silt, a mining waste, into ceramics, specifically earthenware ceramics. My fellow researchers are Dr. Vani Joyra Sabal, fellow engineers Akyatan, Chavez, Essentia, Rabba. This investigation is part of the DOST PSURE-funded project titled Recovery of Nanominerals and Minerals from Silt for various ceramic applications, under the research program on 3R approach on sustainable management of nickel laterite ore mining waste, reuse, recycle, reprocessing for environmental remediation, and material valorization, in collaboration with the La Salle University, Central Mindanao University, and Agata Mining Ventures Incorporated, the industrial partner of the research. DLSU has projects 1 and 4, CMU has project 2, Mindanao State University Iligan Institute of Technology has project 3. MSU IIT is located in Iligan City in northern Mindanao. Visit Iligan City and see at least 3 of the numerous majestic waterfalls: Maria Cristina Falls, Tinago Falls, Limonsudan Falls, and many more. Iligan City is also near to various mining industries. This is the Philippine map showing few of the mining industries. A number of mining industries are mostly located in the northeastern part of Mindanao. This picture shows an aerial view of one of the nickel mining companies in Surigao del Norte. One of the challenges addressed by the research program is the valorization of mining waste, specifically the silt, collected in various siltation ponds of the mining industries, which could reduce undesirable overflowing of silt to nearby bodies of water, such as rivers and shores. The silt is developed as a primary raw material for various ceramic applications. Silt and its sediments have been investigated for incorporation in ceramic tiles and bricks, or processed as ceramic pigment, etc. One might ask then, if the silt will be a primary material for these ceramic products, is the quantity of silt viable? This slide shows the particle size distribution by wet screening of the silt from 2 siltation ponds. Silt from the upper part of the mine is called the upper silt, and lower silt is taken from the siltation pond located in the lower part of the mine. At the Tyler 70 mesh, silt has a cumulative residue of 0.59% for the upper silt and 7.55% for the lower silt. This means silt requires low power requirement or big savings on power consumption to remove its residues and to reduce its particle size. For a typical volume of silt in 3 years as shown in the purple table, 92.45 to 99.41% of silt can be used for production of certain ceramics. This is a lot of silt. So how about the oxide analysis for ceramic production? This slide shows us the oxide analysis of various silt and clays. The top table shows oxide analysis of silt by zone. The second table shows oxide analysis of yellow river silt. The blue table shows oxide analysis of a red clay, Maria Cristina clay, found in Iligan City, and of a commercial ball clay of Choco Company. The bottom green table shows oxide analysis of upper and lower silt of this study. Silt of Zoe and Yellow River silt showed highest SiO2 content. Meanwhile, the local Maria Cristina clay and the silt have SiO2 even below the SiO2 of the ball clay of Choco. The varying oxide analysis could be due to the varying mineral composition of these samples. Furthermore, one striking information common to the local Maria Cristina clay and silt is their high amount of iron oxides. Then, would these silts still possible to be developed for ceramic applications? Certainly yes. Maria Cristina clay has been developed to produce a Buchner funnel by slip casting method. The filtration rate of the MAC Buchner funnel is comparable to a commercial Buchner funnel. Furthermore, one of the earliest development of Philippine red clay, specifically from Caraga region, for structural ceramics is production of ceramic roof tile via slip casting. This was in 1998 by Arugay and Company. Few clays, primarily from Mindanao, were also developed for artware production by slip casting as early as 1998 by former Utah Ceramics established in Iligan City. These asymmetrical artwares via slip casting method were produced without addition of white clays, ball clays, and other established commercial clays. This is a ternary diagram showing the combination of ceramic raw materials in producing certain ceramics. The common raw materials are located on the apex of the triangle, namely feldspar, quartz, clay, or clay mineral substance, which could be in pure or in combination of white clay, ball clay, and red clay. The target product of the study is to develop earthenware by slip casting method. So where does silt belong? This shows a typical mineral profile of a laterite showing presence of clay laterite, which mostly goes to the siltation pond as silt. Then silt will now replace the clay mineral substance. This is the slip casting process showing general beneficiation and green production steps. The ceramic production basically involves raw material preparation, forming of the green product, and heat treatment. Slip are usually made up of constituent powders. A dispersing agent for this study, sodium silicate, is used to stabilize the powders against colloidal forces, and a solvent, usually water, to control the slip viscosity and facilitate casting. This stage involves formulation, reformulation, batching, rebatching based on Brongniart's equation and ceramic engineering calculations. If one cannot form the green product or unfired product, there is absolutely nothing to heat treat. So the stage of forming the green product is the make or break your heart of the production. Slip casting method is chosen due to its versatility in producing either hollow or solid products, simple to sophisticated design, and symmetrical or asymmetrical products. Based on the figure, slip casting has the highest water content requirement but has the lowest pressure in forming the cast. There are two common types of slip casting, the drain or hollow casting and solid casting. In drain casting, the slip is poured into a porous plaster mold so that the water from the slip is gradually absorbed into the plaster to form a firm layer of clay at the mold surface. After such time, the excess slip is drained and the remaining cast on the mold is allowed to dry for demolding the product from the mold. Solid casting starts also with pouring the slip to the plaster mold. However, draining of slip will not be done to form a solid cast which will be demolded at a later time. This is a showroom of a bathroom showing various sanitary ceramic wares. Products with yellow boxes are generally produced by drain casting, like the wash basin and its fixture cover, bathtub, water tank and cover, and toilet bowl. The products with red circles, such as wall and floor tiles, are commonly produced by pressing, but can also be produced by solid casting. The presentation of the casting properties will be limited to cast thickness, casting time, and casting rate, which is the ratio of the cast thickness to casting time. In drain casting, casting time includes draining and demolding time. Draining time is from pouring the slip to draining of the excess slip, and demolding time is from draining the slip to removing of the cast from the mold. In solid casting, only demolding time from pouring of slip to removing of the cast from the mold is recorded. The figure shows the cross-section of symmetrical product either by drain or solid casting. Common casting problems which will lead to at least either undesirable flabby cast or brittle cast are shown on the slide. A casting rate mold and casting rate specimen have been used in determining the cast rate. Vernier caliper is used to determine the thickness of the wet cast. This graph shows draining time in blue dots, demolding time in red dots, casting time in gray dots. Thickness of the cast is also shown in yellow dots. The abscissa shows the upper silt at 1, meaning 100% silt, then added with feldspar to the silt in increasing order from 2 to 6. This figure shows pure upper silt can be casted. The addition of the feldspar does not show a clear trend on casting time, but seems to increase along draining time. Furthermore, demolding time seems to dictate the casting time of the slips of the formulated upper silt. This figure shows few casting properties of slips of lower silt. Increasing the feldspar content increases the thickness of the cast as thick as possible at 7.2 millimeters, which is thicker than cast of upper silt. Furthermore, both draining and demolding time seem to contribute to the casting time of the cast. This shows that both pure upper and pure lower silt can be slip casted. Cast from upper silt can be casted at a shorter time than from lower silt. Hence, upper silt have higher casting rates than lower silt slip, even if lower silt slips attained higher thickness of cast than counterparts of upper silt. Lower silt have better synergy of draining and demolding time, resulting to a more predictable casting time than slits of upper silt. Lower silt was found to require lesser amount of defloculant than upper silt slips in attaining similar fluidity for slip casting, which leads to recommend to determine the mineral composition of both silts. Furthermore, addition of feldspar to the slips of the lower silt could produce a thick cast, of 7.2 millimeters, which is desirable for solid casting. These are products by drain casting: ceramic tubes, pipes, and pie dish. Floor, wall, and heat shield tiles by solid casting. Teacup set, which is a combination of solid, drain casting. Wares with yellow boxes only are formed by drain casting. Wares with both yellow box and red circles have hollow and solid parts formed by combination of drain and solid casting, respectively. This 20.5 by 20.5 centimeter tile has a protruding Filipino sarimanok design. This shows the versatility of the silt, forming uneven surface features with an average wet cast thickness of 14.5 millimeters plus 2 millimeter thickness of the embossed sarimanok, which is challenging in slip casting, especially using red glaze, which thickens if left at rest for long period of time, and most especially with mining silt. But this study has proven silt from siltation ponds of mining industry can be slip casted in forming hollow and even thick solid cast with symmetrical or asymmetrical design of ceramic products. Maraming salamat po. Thank you, PAASE 2020, for this opportunity.
You're welcome.
Sorry, I'm mute. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Bernardo-Arugay, for your informative presentation. So one quick question, although we will have the Q&A forum after after April will present her talk, but may I know the difference? I mean, can you expound more the upper silt and lower silt? How did you label it? Why did you make this kind of difference?
Okay. In this research, there are two siltation ponds of interest. We took samples from a pond that is located in the upper part of the mine, so we call it upper silt. And then for those silt taken from the lower part of the mine, we call it lower silt. So that's why we have upper silt from the pond located in the upper part of the mine, and then lower silt from the siltation pond located in the lower part of the mine.
Thank you, Dr. Guy. So anyway, I hope you will stay with us until the end of the session.
Thank you,
Because
Sir
there will
Mike.
be other questions from the audience. So for the last speaker for this first half on the session on material science and technology,